Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to another video on Blaze Fury. Just came to tell you that we are making Reddit readings now, and hope you guys enjoy, and we're doing Entitled Parents today. This story is called, You Don't Deserve That Much Money. EP equals Entitled Parent, me equals me, of course. This is my first story, but I have more. I will not spam post. Background. A little while ago I worked some small jobs like babysitting and cleaning, etc. This happened when I was 11. I usually only babysat for parents, my parents, and I knew. But one day I decided to save up for some toy, I can't remember. So I decided to take a job offer from a woman in my town, future EP. Okay, now onto the story. On my way to EP's house, I called her and reviewed my prices. 9 per hour. Take me for food now. This kid was young, so I understood. We went out and got our food and walked back to his house. A couple hours go by. At this point, it's like 9:30, so I thought EP was just late. I called her for an update. EP didn't answer. I was hella pissed. I was an underage girl alone with a 4-year-old at 11 o'clock. She called and told me she was on her way and arrived at 12 o'clock. The EP waddled into the room with some guy. She handed me a 10 while fumbling over her words. Then all of a sudden, she sees her son still awake and screams at me, "Why isn't he asleep? It's too late for him." I said, "He's up because he wouldn't sleep without you. And you handed me a 10. You owe me $44. She wasn't happy. She told me, and I quote, "No, you don't have my kid asleep. You probably didn't feed him, and he looks scared of you. I have to drive you home, and I gave you $16 for food." We agreed on $9 per hour. This lady handed me a 10 for 6 hours and then comes home drunk with some man. She dragged me out by my arm and threw me in her car while waddling like a drunk idiot. She got in the driver's seat. "This woman is going to drive me home drunk." On the way, she says to me, "It's not like you need or deserve the money. Never babysitting for people I don't know again." This story is called, My Child Deserves to Have Your Pet. So I'm a first-time Reddit user, and I wanted to share this story after watching some r/entitled parent videos. Bit of backstory. I was 10 at the time, and I had a pet hedgehog, which I later gave away because my mom said I couldn't keep her anymore, for no apparent explanation. Anyways, I was in grade 5, and we had this thing called Genius Hour, where we would research about something of our choice, and then make a presentation on it. I chose how to make a hedgehog heat pad for hedgehogs, obviously. My teacher allowed me to bring her to school as she was part of the project. I did my project at the end of the day so my mom could get off work and bring her to my classroom. My mom arrives with my hedgehog and I take her out of the cage for everyone in my class to see her. After the presentation, I had to take her to an after-school program since my mom had to go back to work and she gets off at 5. I had a friend help me carry her to the room where the program took place, since the cage was kinda heavy. Here's where the drama begins. M, me. F, friend. EC, entitled child. EP, entitled parent. T, teacher. M, walking down the hall with F helping me carry her cage. I see EC whisper something to her mom's ear before she comes up to us. EP walks up to us with her kid, who I suppose she was picking up from school. "Hello." M and F. "Hey, EP, what's in the cage?" M, a hedgehog. EP, mind if I see? M, no, I'm kind of in a rush. EP, please? M, sorry, I said no. EC follows, comes up behind her mom, who I guess was around 7 or 8. EC, Mommy, can I have it? EP, of course you can have it. Just go sit there in the library and wait for a bit. M, I'm sorry, you cannot have it. I paid $500 for her. EP, oh come on, my child could probably take better care of her than you. F, hey, I don't mean to be rude, but it's hers. You can't just take it. EP, she doesn't deserve it. My child is an angel, and I told her I would get her a pet. M, then go to the pet store. EP tries to snatch the cage out of one of our hands while screaming, "Just give me the damn hedgehog!" Me and my friend snatch the cage away and I tell him to set it down so I could get my teacher. And while I run off, I see EC coming back to her mom. I came back with the teacher, T. Ma'am, are you harassing these kids? EP, these kids are trying to steal our pet. M and F look at each other, confused. T, I know for a fact this hedgehog is not yours. She brought it to class today for a presentation. I will kindly ask you to step off school property now and leave it, or it might result in your child getting suspended. EP storms off after calling me a whore and my friend the N-word, as she was black. She later got charged for harassment. And that's not the only entitled parent story I have, so you should be expected more soon. This story is called r/entitled parent blames me for crashing into her son. EM entitled mother, CK confused kid. When I and my class from school went on a bike trip to a teeter, on the way back I hit a kid. So basically we went over a road and the bicycle lane was exactly beside the road, so my class went over there and EM and CK didn't see us, literally. Basically, we were freaking train going in the city, but it was a bunch of bikes, so when I went over, I could not stop in the middle of the road, so it was totally CK's fault. So I walked over with my bike. As soon as I get on the crosswalk, a kid hits me and falls over his bars. I said sorry to the kid because I felt bad for him and didn't want to blame him. So I tried to pick him up, but EM started screaming at me to not pick him up. The conversation went something like this, but it's not accurate because it was back in 2015. Me, are you okay? EM, you don't touch my kid, you idiot. CK starts crying. Me, what am I, not allowed to help him up? EM, no, you stupid child. Get away from my kid, or I will call the police for assault. Me, why? I didn't do anything wrong. Keep in mind, there was like 6 other of my friends behind me just looking. EM pushed me away from her child and gave me a death stare. I said sorry multiple times, but she simply ignored me. I picked my bike up, which was brand new, mountain bike. I got a few scratches and just a little dent on the rim. The EM got so pissed that she flipped me off. Then she just rode off, and basically I flipped her off when she couldn't see. Later my friends told me that the EM was stupid and blind, and after that I never saw her again, which I'm pretty proud of because I wouldn't like to see her again, ever. So that was my first Reddit reading. I hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments if you liked it, and see you next time.